We're in Lake Placid, or Whiteface Mountain, and this is Ollie Davis' trek session, prototype trek session.
Yeah, tell me the difference between this one and the production one.
Pretty similar as far as like frame design and style. It's just this version, it's just got a bit more adjustability. Like we can adjust the pivot just by changing some flip chips, and we can change the progression on the shock as well. Mainly it's just got more adjustability to it. We can just cater it a bit more to tracks or rider preferences as well. So last race was in Lenzerheide. We made a few changes there, pivot height basically. Here, yeah, we don't know really. We're gonna have to wait and see till we walk the track, and then there was a course preview video the other day which I guess some people have watched and you can get a bit of an idea, but until you actually walk it and even ride it, then we'll just start off where we were from Lenzerheide and then go from there, I think.
We are in Lake Placid in New York State, America. We've got Bernico's bike here. Things have been changing in more of his body term of things. He was injured at the start of the year, so he's been dealing with a bit of, he broke both his wrists, so he's been dealing with a lot of pain in his hands. So when he came back to riding, we've kind of went real soft and tried to put a load of extra weight because he couldn't really push through the front of the bike. So we're trying to put like a load of weight on the bike and kind of just drive the front of the bike as much as possible because he was really struggling with being aggressive basically. But now he's kind of feeling better, riding properly again. We've been messing around with a few different shock tunes that Fox have given us a bit more of an option for, which has been really good. Just a bit more compression, which we can take a load of the volume spaces out, make it a lot more supple up the top, but still have a nice kind of support and ramp throughout its kind of travel, yeah.
So brand new track this week, no one knows what...
No one knows what we're going to be doing. I think we saw a track preview from Gwin the other day, and that's about as much as we know. Yeah, looks dry and it looks fast. I think it's going to get really rough, probably wind up some compression. Well, based on like the dirt, I reckon a lot of holes are going to come out, a lot of rocks. So yeah, a bit more compression, maybe quite stiff. It's real fast, so, but kind of going into the unknown a little bit.
So I'm Matteo Nati, and I'm the mechanic for Mikey De La Salle here at Gwin Racing Team.
Can you tell me about Mikey's setup, specifically if there's any differences between his bike and Gwinny's bike?
Right, so, well, there's definitely, of course, the difference in weight. Aaron is quite a bit more bulky than Mike, is a bit heavier, so you have spring and air springs harder. But overall, they're kind of a little bit similar. We do few changes depending on the track using data acquisition, but overall, like, it's pretty fast rebound, try to get the right support. It's always the matter of finding the right balance between grip support and, let's say, comfort over tracks. So yeah, definitely data help us a lot to like really fine tune. We do have a sort of home base setup that works kind of across all sort of different tracks. And then we tend to have a slightly higher pressure as far as like race run goes. But then other than that, yeah, we try to like just do minor adjustment using clicker on the damper. We did quite a lot of work at the beginning of the season with O-Lings to find the right tune as far as shock and fork goes. So yeah, we don't change hugely like the chassis as far as cockpit setup and all that. It's always been like minimal few mil rise bar or drop the bar depending on how steep the track is. But yeah, this is it really.
So Gwinny, we're at a home race finally. First time in a couple of years, huh?
Yeah, it has been a few years since we raced a World Cup in the US, so it's definitely really cool to have another one back here.
Tell me about this venue. Tell us about the work that went into this track.
Yeah, so for me, it's been a little bit of a unique experience. I had the opportunity to be a part of the track build here and the design all the way back to pretty much this time last year. We flew straight here after Mount St. Anne last year and did like the first site visit with RC over at Warner Brothers and those guys. And yeah, kind of walked all over the mountain, and they had an idea of where they wanted the track to go as far as the start and the finish, and kind of figured out the best place to connect the dots. And here we are a year later, so it's been probably, I don't know, 6 or 7 separate trips out here since then. On my part, to work and help with the design and the layout and testing some of the features and all that stuff. So yeah, man, it's cool. It's really cool to like, track's done, everybody will see it tomorrow, so it's exciting.
So can you tell me on your new setup this year?
Yeah, it's definitely an exciting setup. It's the next generation of the M1, which was already an incredible bike, but now with the gearbox and the belt drive system, it's just like gone to a next level. Definitely unbelievable when the tracks get steep and there's lots of gravity. It just wants to go fast. If you don't like noise, the noise is all gone. You know, some drivetrains are much better than others for noise, but with this, it's just completely gone. There is nothing. It's silent. I love that because I feel so well connected to the trail. There's no separate rattle or feedback through my feet. That's not what the suspension's doing. Yeah, if you get rid of the unsprung mass over the rear axle, like the suspension can just work a little bit better. So the bike just tracks the ground a little bit better. It just feels calmer, feels more compliant, which is always a nice feeling. And then moving all that weight from the rear axle, where we know there isn't really any benefit to it, and putting it underneath the bottom bracket, we know there's massive benefits. As you see all the riders just lumping weight. I don't know if there's a single rider inside the top 20 now that hasn't got weight under that bottom bracket. It just stabilizes the bike a little bit more, helps the bike track the ground, helps under braking, helps with momentum, just gives you a real stable feeling to go fast with great confidence. So tracks like what this looks like and Monster and next week, that extra stability and just being so glued to the ground is like very confidence inspiring.
Can you tell me about your handlebar setup?
Yeah, what, the bar ends?
The bar ends, yeah.
Yeah, we've got a dreamy handlebar setup. I'm a rider that's struggled with arm fatigue and arm pump over the years. So we've got a nice compliant handlebar with a 1-up V2 handlebar, so that's amazing. And then if we head into the bar ends, it's something else that helps reduce that feedback through my body and allows me to hold on looser. It's just like if you're going in a straight line and you pull the front brake quite hard, pay attention to your hands, you'll see the hands try to spray out. They don't, because you just hold on tighter and hold the position. It's exactly the same thing if you hit a compression. The arms want to go that way, they don't because you hold on tight. And this way I can just hold on loose, and with the support there at the end of the bars, my hands stay in the same place, but without having to hold on tighter. Again, there's a few more details where it helps you weight the bike in some off cambers and always makes you know like exactly where your hand is on the handlebar. So there's a few things, but the major one is just reducing the fatigue and increasing the confidence that your hand ain't going to blow off and you're going to be able to rip the bottom of the racetrack, which, as we know now, you absolutely have to be 100% from top to bottom.
Brian Woods and Lake Placid, new World Cup venue for this week, so it's pretty cool.
Can you tell me the challenges of coming to a new place like this? And you have all the teams coming in asking for setups, so what do you tell them?
Yeah, it's more going to come down to a lot of conversations once track walk is over and first practice. You know, it's going to be similar to other World Cups, but just a lot more quizzing and trying to figure stuff out with the limited amount of time that we have. The YouTube or the GoPro videos that we've seen make it look kind of like a mini MSA, but we'll really know after first practice.
Yeah, it's exciting. We don't really get a chance to come to a brand new venue. This is two this year then, the Tweel and here, right?
Yeah. It's been an interesting year with the new tracks. This one, the venue is cool. The Lake Placid seems cool. Everything's really nice here. So yeah, super excited.
I'm Maxim. I work for the Commencal Muc-Off by Running Addiction team, and I come off like overall technician for the whole team.
So can you tell me what it's like coming to a completely unknown venue and trying to set up your bike?
It's cool because you always want like a new challenge, new track for all the riders. So like for motivation, it's really good. Then track walk obviously is super important. You need to check every details. You need to kind of find a track similar to this one to start as a base setup, and then you go from there.
So what's this track do you think is going to be most like Mont Saint-Anne or somewhere in Europe?
I think it's slower than Mont Saint-Anne. I don't know if it's really steep or not at the moment, but yeah, you just need to find like a track and say, okay, it remember me this one. So I think we start with this setup or this one or this shock or this fork or whatever.
It's not often we get a brand new track.
No, it looks good, yeah. Like I watched Aaron's course preview like everybody in this pit area probably has. And yeah, it looks brilliant. Nice big jumps, which will be good because we don't really get that. So, well, I guess we do, but yeah, maybe we don't get the big jump sections like we have had before. And yeah, I'm excited to ride it. The weather looks like it's going to be nice. It's pretty brisk this morning. It was 2 degrees in the car. I came out with my shorts and my t-shirt on and I quickly went back in and dressed more appropriately. But yeah, it looks good. Norco have good setup here for us, and we're ready to go.
My name is Raphael, I work with the Breeden team. This is John Moisel's bike. Pretty exciting, we got the wild card for this weekend and Mont Saint-Anne, so we're excited to get the boys on try to get them in the big show, and yeah, so we got big work today, but should be good.
How cool is it getting the wild card selection for this race?
Oh, pretty exciting for us to get back at the races, at the World Cups, after this year that's been a little bit tougher. The riders have been riding more home races and stuff, so it's pretty cool.
Man, super cool to discover new places, especially when they're this cool. The place is beautiful, the weather right now is actually insane, so pretty happy, excited. We saw some sneak peeks of the track, some GoPro stuff from Gwin, and it looks quite interesting up top, like really tight, but overall super cool, and I think they made it look beautiful, like almost landscaping, you know, with rocks and plants and everything. So I like this style of new venue, and I'm looking forward to it because it should be sunny all week, so it's pretty fun. Yeah, for sure, the battle is on. It's been raging for a couple of rounds now, and I haven't been so good the last two World Cups. I feel like Jackson either, you know, he crashed both times, so I haven't capitalized on his mistakes, so my bad. But it's super fun to be battling. This guy is absolutely the best, like it's so good at riding, so makes me feel good about myself, you know, to be able to fight with him. And 2 rounds to go. The girlfriend's at home pregnant, really late in the thing, so a lot of things on my mind, but pretty happy to be doing this, and I'm enjoying the process and the fight, so no matter what, I had a good season, good time, and yeah, Jackson is a serious competitor, so I'm gonna try everything to beat him. I think I can, but I also think he can beat me, so nothing is done, and I'm up for the fight. I mean, it's cool.
You